Hey, what's up, guys? It's MugenLord here, and today we want to talk about Tekken 8. Yes, that's right. Tekken 8 has been out for a couple weeks now, and people are enjoying the hell out of the game. You can look throughout the entire community, everybody expressing themselves with their crazy character customization, which I think is pretty cool and unique. What people are doing with these characters, which I find also kind of funny, because you can be able to create characters that look like Street Fighter characters or celebrities. And I think it's kind of fun that the community is able to get involved and unite like that, and I think it's a pretty cool thing. But what I want to talk about more specifically are the guest characters, because fighting games with guest characters has become a staple for the genre now, and people's wondering what Tekken 8 is going to deliver when it comes to guest character. But there's one specific guest character that people really want in this game, and Harada gave us his response on it. So before we dive into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell for more gaming content here on this channel. And as I said before, man, Tekken 8 is phenomenal. I know everybody who has it right now and is enjoying it. I have the game on PC, have yet to install it, and I want to pick up the PS5 version because I also have a custom arcade stick that I have bought, and I wanted to be able to have it work for the PS5, so I had to buy a converter. The converter finally came through in the mail, and of course you see my custom art design of my comic book characters from Venus Orion Comics, which really looks dope. If you want to see a video on how I put that controller together, definitely check that out. I'll post a link to it. But yes, Harada had pretty much stated that, hey, in order for this character to happen, there's some things that needs to be done. What character am I talking about? Yes, that's right. Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII. I think Tifa is a perfect fit for Tekken 8, but more specifically, I always said this, I think I said it in my Discord, I also talked about this a few times, that Tifa would have been even better fit for the Dead or Alive series. And it's crazy that Tifa never made it to Dead or Alive, despite the fact that so many other guest characters made it in Dead or Alive. I just think it was a sin to not have her in there. But it all boils down to the relationship that companies have with Square Enix. Square Enix is known to be very hard to work with and have a lot of restrictions on how their characters are presented. So that's where the situation comes into play. But everybody's been talking about, yo, Harada, what can we do? What can you do in order to be able to unlock and have Tifa in Tekken 8? So he made a response saying, let me tell you how to unlock her. First, you need to become friends with Shinji Hashimoto-san. Then, if you can convince Tetsuya Nomura-san, then you can unlock. So in other words, that you have to be really tight with these developers and actually formulate a relationship with them. And to me, Harada seems like a cool dude. I'm surprised. Like, I'm surprised that they're not like really cool with each other or whatever like that. So we would have to see. But Tifa has always been talked about, and Harada's hearing the voices of the fan base. If you think about it, Sakurai was able to pull it off. It was hard work to be able to get Cloud in Super Smash Brothers, but they were able to pull it off. But their Square Enix is a different type of company. Like, when it comes to protecting their rights and their properties, like, Nintendo is tough, but Square Enix is even more tough, and they have a stranglehold over their IPs. But I think they can pull this off. I think this has happened. I think if Harada want even more Tekken games, Tekken 8 to fly off the shelf, more sales, get Tifa in there. Get Tifa in there. I will main her right away. No doubts about it. I think Tifa is a perfect fit. But yes, that also has to deal with the relationships that developers have with one another in order to get these characters in here. Now, he also posted a solution, because there's many people saying, why don't we just do, if we can be able to help by doing petitions, let's do petitions and stuff. But Harada also said, he also gave a way to suggest how they can go about it. And he says, let me tell you what is actually most effective for these requests. Because he said, first of all, as explained earlier, online petitions are not very effective compared to that. A large number of documents hand-delivered by fans with handwritten signatures is still more effective. But in any case, the signatures are not authentic, because although they are numerous, their enthusiasm is not genuine. In addition, demonstrations in front of developer buildings and Q&A sessions at shareholders meetings have had the opposite effect in some cases, setting a bad precedent if they succumb to such actions. In my 30 years of experience in the gaming industry, I have found two things to be most effective. One is to create a big fuss on the internet and in magazines at a level that is picked up by the media outlets outside the gaming industry. And that makes sense. When it comes to anything, especially what we got in politics and everything like that, the media is going to ignore certain things, especially when in this this culture war situation, where they would ignore certain things because they want to push a certain message. But I also learned that if you constantly keep making a big fuss, but the fuss has to be so extreme to the point where the media can't ignore it. Because if the media ignore it, then it's going to show some form of bias, because they're refusing to touch a certain topic because they know it would shatter certain narratives. But in the case of gaming, if you want to get their attention, you want to show how much you appreciate or you want something, you have to make it. You have to make noise, but you have to do it in a constructive way. You can't do it in a destructive way, because the media can also flip it and change the narrative that works against your favor. So you also have to be careful about that as well. But it has to be to the point where the media catches it, sees it, that this is a big discussion. It's going to bring clicks. It's going to bring views, and the developers will see this, and that in turn could work in the gamers' favor. He said, let's move on to the next another example. In this case, we receive multiple letters from multiple fans, unique users, on a daily basis, but they do not include emails, but old-fashioned letters by physical mail. Having experienced this firsthand, I can assure you that a few letters in a postal envelope delivered every day sticks with us more strongly than 10,000 online petitions results steamed to us on social networking sites. And I think that also has a lot to do is because with online, you can make multiple different accounts. It can be one person or just a handful of people can just duplicate accounts, make them different, and then make up signatures and stuff like that. But when you got physical mail, it's coming from one address. You can't make all these multiple different addresses. They come from one address, and then now you have an authentic, more genuine hand signature that's signed to it. And then when these developers say it, they read through it, because it shows that you guys are really passionate about this. You guys really want this to happen. And I think that really goes a long way when you have physical mail. Like I said, physical is still necessary, even when it comes to things like mail. We talk about the all digital era with gaming and stuff, and how we need to preserve physical media. It's the same thing when it comes to this. With digital, there's so much duplication, so much dishonesty, all kinds of stuff that's going on in the digital space. So it loses kind of authenticity and effectiveness through online. But when you go physical, like mail, the old-fashioned way with hand signatures and everything, that goes a long way. So it said, at one point, I received several letters a day about requests to reinstate some characters. Some of these letters were terrible, with razor blades in them, which I don't recommend because it's counterproductive. And who the hell... Like, that's what I'm saying. Like some people it's just ridiculous at times. Like if I understand you're passionate about, gaming and stuff like that, but there's this is not the entire community, and this is what the media also does too. They take one extreme person and then just blanket the entire community. The whole community is this way. But no, you got some assholes, or you got some people that's just like this, that just take this too serious, and you put razor blades, like you trying to threaten the developers and stuff like that. That's not how you get your point across. So it says, however, receiving enthusiastic letters from all over the world on a daily basis has a significant impact on the awareness of the development team, making it easier to talk about within the company and attracting the attention of management. On the other hand, as mentioned earlier, emails and online petitions no longer give the impressions of being indistinguishable from the mass spam advertising. In other words, the ease of convenience in making requests in the online digital space tends to dilute the value. Yes. So, let me just say that in this day and age, requests by letter are actually more effective than you think. Yes, and I'm going to repeat it once again. Like I said, when you send in your letters, it's through one address. It's your name, you're the sender. And like I said, these letters, physical letters, have more sentimental value. Especially when developers got it in their hand, they actually read it. They can see that this is coming from an actual fan. This is not being mass produced. This is not a copy and paste that people's copying a letter and then pasting it on another digital piece of email and then sending it off and stuff like that. So this is the way to pretty much separate what's fake and what's more authentic. And I think this is the best approach. And Harada San himself, he's telling you, he's giving you the answer because it seemed like he wants to do certain things. Like Harada, I will say this. That's what I think I like about Harada. Harada is based as hell. He does give. I love his base takes, and he always had that saying, "Don't ask me for shit." And the thing is, despite him saying, "Don't ask me for shit," he's telling you how to ask him what you want, and it seemed like he wants to give the fans everything they want, because he sees that, yo, if this is going to make us some money, let's make some money. But I need to show the company, in order for us to make this money, you guys gotta work hand in hand with us. You gotta meet us halfway, and the only way to meet us halfway, send in some letters, some physical letters, some physical mail, so we can be able to show, you know, the corporate heads that, hey, this is what the fans want. Let's go reach out to Square Enix and let's get our girl Tifa in there. So that's what he's telling. That's what he's telling us. So I think, guys, after seeing this, definitely, if you want Tifa in the game, this is what you need to do. Send in physical mail to Bandai Namco and let your voice be heard. But that pretty much wraps up this video. Definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. What character would you love to see as a guest character appear in Tekken 8? My girl Tifa, she's definitely a #1 candidate for me. Like, if she's in the game, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe button for more gaming content here on this channel. This is MugenLord signing off. I'll see you game fiends later. Peace out.